So I moved to California 2012, and I instantly moved out there and got into the hair business and knew that that wasn't the end goal for me. And I always had an interest in real estate. My family grew up investing in real estate, and so I just knew that as an entrepreneur and someone that wanted to be in control of my own salary, in control of my own hours and my own business, that real estate was a route for me. So I went out to the classifieds, looked for assistant jobs for top producing realtors, and I instantly got a job with a top producer at Remax in Beverly Hills. So that kind of started my journey into real estate. So my first year assisting in real estate, I did things from like sending out newsletters to learning how to work short sale files in California. I helped the agent prepare for open houses, helped make phone calls, follow up. Very, very standard day-to-day things, but just learning the lingo, and I would just listen to him on the calls, make phone calls to strangers. And he was just so confident in it, So it was like a lot to learn. They had me, tackle the whole short sale. So at that time it was 2012. It was almost the bottom of the real estate market, right? 13 was the bottom, they say. So Illinois is an attorney state where all the transactions, that you go through, you need an attorney involved. And in California, that's not the requirement. So I really got a first-hand experience about, just learning about the whole real estate process from start to finish. But then when you threw in the whole mix of short sales in there, it made things really interesting, because not only did you have this traditional sale kind of happening in the background, but then you also had this other element of it where you had to work with the banks to understand what do they need in order to push this file through, right? There were a lot of things that I learned in that experience, and the benefits of why an agent would want to, take on short sale deals. Within my first year of real estate, I ended up selling about $1.4 million, which was pretty, impressive. I was happy if I would have sold over $1 million. So to get to that point was really nice, a good achievement for me. And so the last 6 months just really focused on how do I take the success that I already had and use it to get more business. And that's really what the last 6 months of my first year turned out to be. In your first year of real estate, I think it's really important that you don't go it alone. You need to be in a constant surrounding where you're always being engaged. And sometimes when you're on your own, you just don't know how to engage yourself or how to get involved with real estate activities. It's very intimidating coming in as a new agent and you have top producers all around you, and not too many of them want to be your friend. I think that being a solo real estate agent is very, very tough. If you're in your first year and you have no sales history or experience in sales, and you're trying to land your first sale, right? What do you do? I mean, one, you always should be involved in real estate activity and showing that to your circle, right? Your network. The second thing, the most important thing you do, the second thing is knowledge, right? Having the right conversations, asking them the right questions, probing questions that they might think, well, I actually didn't even think about that, right? And then the third thing is like using your company's reputation to help back up with what you're doing, right? I work for one of the top brokerages in Chicago, and they have luxury presence, and we have this many agents, and we're the top leader of this, that, whatever, right? So when you don't have anything to sell or show for, use the environment around you. When you're working with a first-time home buyer, it is essential that you act like their home buying coach, really to help them, walk them through the process, properly prepare for what's to come. Talking them through the transaction process, what to expect, how to properly prepare them for what's happening in the marketplace, so that they don't lose their dream home when when they're ready to make a move and make an offer on it, that how to best prepare them and understand really what their timeline and their needs are for a home. Do always take online learning courses, like within your company, with the MLS, with CAR. I mean, there's so many things that are offered to you, even if you think it's completely out of reach. Even if if it's like your first year in the business and they're doing like 1031 exchange classes. If you have no idea what it is, go learn. It could be a great talking point. Like, again, knowledge is power, and it's gonna help sell your skill sets to other clients, strangers, friends, family, etc. Don't ever come off as negative when people ask you, how is real estate going? And your real instinct is like, oh, scary, not, haven't made one transaction yet. But really how you should respond is, oh my God, it's great, it's so exciting. I've been working with a lot of clients and showing all these amazing homes, and be excited about it. Do always show up looking professional. When you have no sales experience and you have nothing to show for it, if you just show up looking the part, people will tend to believe that you are successful, right? If you show up in a business suit, in a briefcase, and you're prepared with your data and your brochures, they're gonna feel more confident in you. You're gonna feel more confident, they're gonna feel more confident, and the outcome's gonna be a lot better. I would say here's a good don't. Don't invest in really expensive marketing your first year. My first year, I was trying to convince my managing broker that I should take out this ad in CS magazine that was gonna cost like $7,000, which would basically have eaten up a lot of my marketing dollars, right? And for the year, and she talked me out of it. And I was so thankful that she did, because I took that money and I was able to invest it into other things that probably bought me business rather than something that was very passive marketing, right? It's just in a magazine, someone sees it, and then it's gone the next month. And then all of a sudden there goes $7,000 down the drain, right? So instead, I took the marketing dollars and I was able to do mailers, and the mailers is really what got me going in the business, and really what got me my first lead. So yeah, don't waste your money. Don't spend money on like really expensive marketing techniques. It just doesn't work within your first year when no one knows you. If you're in your first year of real estate and you had zero marketing dollars to spend, I would recommend, reaching out to your circle of influence, engaging with people online to start the conversation with them, right? I would recommend setting open houses so that you can have conversations with buyers and sellers too. I would cold call. That is definitely something I tried at the beginning of my business that didn't really get me any leads, but it got me a few listing appointments. I just never did it long enough for it to turn over. But yeah, there's a lot of things you could do that are free. Like your company would offer e-newsletter marketing, which is a great tool that you don't have to pay anything for. So I'd highly recommend those. As a new agent, and if you had $20,000 to spend within your first year, and if you spent it wisely, it can take you very far. I think, the most important thing you could spend money on now is your branding and your content and your marketing. So videography is really great. A lot of agents are stepping up to use those platforms to get in front of clients. It's really helped us engage a lot more clients, strangers, and people that we know. There's a well-known statistic out there that says that 85% of new realtors will fail within the first 5 years. And if you're watching this video, you're probably pretty ambitious to get started in this career. So I'd like to offer you some great insight and strategy. So stay tuned, subscribe, and remember, opportunities are endless.